Let's go, Arkansas fans. Are you going to pull off the upset in Stillwater versus Oklahoma State? Comment below if you think the Hogs are going to get it done. And this is actually a play I feel Arkansas should run, or at least different variations of it. So you guys know I'm a big fan of 12 personnel, especially with Arkansas's personnel. 2 tight ends on the field is what 12 personnel normally means. And I love this play. Teams have not been able to figure it out. And normally it's attached with a play action fake, but you just start off with the running back and you just leak him out into the flats. It's a good way to stretch the defense after compressing him with a tight formation. And look at all this space you have to run with. This is easy yardage for Jaquindon Jackson, DeBinion, or whoever you want to throw the football to out of the backfield. All right, so this is Alan Bowman, a year 6, very, very, very old quarterback for Oklahoma State. Now, this is kind of a weird play where the center snaps the football. It looks like Oklahoma State wasn't even set, okay? So they decide to run the play. It looks like that was actually intentional to get North Dakota State or South Dakota State here off balance. And they're actually running one of the most basic plays that every team runs, which is mesh, okay? This is actually a variation of mesh, my favorite, which is a hook behind the mesh, okay? Normally, this is the zone coverage answer for mesh, and normally you want to throw the football right here, but Bowman decides to not do it because they have this covered. So he decides to take the zone option on mesh. This is actually really good defense, and they just make a play. Bowman is an older quarterback. He's a very patient quarterback, as you can see, and that is just really good football. So after watching this Oklahoma State defense versus South Dakota State, one thing that worked consistently was them attacking the perimeter. Okay, on this 3rd and 9, obviously this is a very good call when they're sitting this far back in the coverage. Just get the football out quickly, get your linemen out in space, and obviously they're able to pick up this first down. So take what the defense gives you, remain patient, and this game could get very close. All right, 3rd and 8. One thing that Oklahoma State has had, really solid corners. Not really anything spectacular, but this unit has always, for the most part, been decent, right? And you'll see here a very good pick by number 2, and he honestly should have been able to keep his feet and run for some yards after it. Still a really nice play. All right, this is a Mike Gundy special. All right, he knows going into the game that Ollie Gordon is going to be the guy. So what do? Heavy play action, bring everyone into the box, get a man coverage indicator with 7 running over here, and you know after this play action fake that you're getting one-on-one out here. So look at all the attention that Ollie Gordon draws, okay? This is a very, very elaborate play, okay? This is an inverse of a whip route, okay? You're running an out. You'll see that he stops, acts like he's actually whipping to the inside, but instead keeps going to the outside, okay? Rarely do you see that done because it does take a while, but the play action fake and all the attention that Gordon draws allows you that much time to actually get this throw out there. So, you know, I shared a lot. All right, here's another instance of South Dakota State being able to attack the perimeter on 3rd and 10. Remember last time they ran a quick screen? This time they're actually just running the football here to the left side. 65 gets a good seal right here. And this is interesting. 3 is actually a really solid running back for South Dakota State. But Oklahoma State's tackling issues, there were some in this Jackrabbit game. And maybe Jaquindon Jackson could take advantage of it. Jaquindon Jackson, one of the better backs in the SEC at making guys miss. So hopefully he has a big day. They're in too high right here in the red zone. So you want to run against this with all your heavy personnel mixed in there. And 72, this is also a very, very, very nice design as well because one actually comes over and seals the safety to the inside, right? So one, instead of blocking the corner, comes to block the safety who's getting into the box kind of late here, and it makes it that much easier for Gordon to sneak through here, and you're forcing a worse tackler in the corner having to come in and actually make this play. He's not able to. Safety gets ran over anyway because Ollie Gordon is a freaking beast. This safety can't make the tackle either because Ollie Gordon is a freaking beast. So it could be a long day for Hudson Clark. So one thing that I feel Arkansas could take away from Oklahoma State is their counter game. By the way, Oklahoma State, I know their mantra is pistols firing, but the truth is I love the pistol formation. Here, though, the best thing to do versus a team that likes to run a lot of counter is actually blitz it from the backside and catch it from behind. So this play is just dead from the start. If you're blitzing two guys on a counter, you're just going to blow it up almost every single time. So that was a really good defensive call, and hopefully T-Will can do some of this on Saturday. All right, one thing I like about Ollie Gordon is he's very creative, right? This play actually gets blown up. This is a really good job by this South Dakota State defensive line. Obviously, this double is getting pushed back, but everything else is actually filled pretty well. If I, as a defensive coordinator, can know that you're putting their center and guard 2 yards into the backfield on just a straight bull move, I mean, that's excellent. I mean, you really can't do that much better. And what that does is it actually causes traffic for this puller to get across, but Gordon doesn't panic. You know, a lot of running backs just kind of slam into this spot right here, and you lose your eyes, you lose your leverage, you lose basically everything. So if you're South Dakota State and you're in this spot, you kind of like where you are, but this is what makes Gordon so good. He's able to slip through it, allow that traffic to get past him. The puller eventually gets across, and then Gordon gets skinny to get through to where that safety was, and he's able to find his way through. Now, this is what makes him really special. He's also able to make that guy miss and fall forward for a few extra yards. And you'll see it right here, okay? Look, a lot of running backs, they just panic. They'll just run into this, which would have been filled. But the patience here is just really freaking good. I mean, you can't really do it that much better than that, y'all. It is very, very solid. Le'Veon Bellish, if you will. You know how some guys are just born to play football? It's just Ollie Gordon, man. I know it sounds like I'm overhyping him, but this very well could be the best offensive player on Arkansas' schedule for the entire season. Okay, remember earlier they ran mesh? This time they're doing basically a different variation of it, and on this 4th and 3, it stopped. Okay, so Alan Bowman doesn't try and force anything, and the protection does eventually break down, and there's just nothing open. Okay, good swim move by 96 to finally get through there. So Bowman's like, F it. Ollie Gordon, even though he's a running back, he's somewhere down there, throws it, and look at this ball tracking for a running back. Diving catch for the first down. And then you get out here, motion to the left side, and man, this is really well done from the South Dakota State defense, okay? They're showing pulls to the right, but there's no running back to hand the football off to, so none of these defensive linemen are really fooled by it. And if you look right here, defensively, you're not really in that bad of a spot here, okay? You just got to fend off some blocks and go make a play. And as you'll see, I mean, this is not bad at all for South Dakota State. But Gordon, he's just slippery, man. Cuts through, breaks this tackle. This is a good, I understand it's FCS defenders. These are good players, though. I mean, these are no slouch players. And, man, he's able to fight through it and then still score. I mean, look at this, okay? Once again, that play action or those guards and stuff, they don't really do anything. And look at this cutback, okay? Maybe one over pursued here, but honestly, it's just nasty, man. So, can Arkansas pull off the upset and beat the Big 12 Cowboys here? Well, it's going to take your DBs and your receivers making special plays such as this one. It's a really good throw right here. The slot fade, one of the most productive plays in college football. What a catch. Andrew Armstrong hopefully will be healthy. He'll be someone that could go out there and make a catch such as that one. But the truth is, it's going to come down to if Arkansas can stop Alan Bowman and Ollie Gordon. I don't think that they will be able to unless Hudson Clark and everyone tackles better than I think they will tackle in this game. And look, they very well could. Travis Williams could have had this defense ready to go. Obviously, there isn't so much you could take away from the UAPB game. So hopefully Xavier Sorey, Ball, Jackson, all those guys step up and pull this thing off. Arkansas, I'm pulling for you, but I do think Oklahoma State is going to win this game by multiple scores. Maybe I'm wrong. Taylor Green might go off. You never know. I do find it interesting. I didn't know this before these two matched up. Arkansas and Oklahoma State used to play pretty often, and the last time these two schools played was 1980. And the coaches, Lou Holtz and Jimmy freaking Johnson. Are you kidding me? So there is some history. There's also been quite a few Arkansas natives that have gone on to Oklahoma State and done great things. Shout out former Big 12 Player of the Year, James Anderson. Shout out Desmond Jackson, John Johnson, so on and so on and so on. So there is some crossover here, but it is good to see, especially for our older viewers, that this game is indeed back. Comment below who you think will win the game, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour SEC Boom. And tonight, we're doing ribeyes, baby. Let's go.